Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's Iggy MB5679. Welcome to Get Truth or Die Line, because it is truth or die. We don't get the truth through the lies. The whole planet is on the verge of getting fried eventually. So the best thing to do is prepare mentally. One, prep, food, water, and honestly, prep mentally. Mentally, and your mind is so powerful that it could get you through anything. I sat in a cell 24 hours a day when I was supposed to get 1 hour of a rec and didn't get it. I went a month without getting a shower. You know, I went 2 weeks eating one tray of food a day because the guards were throwing my trays on the floor and the floor was too dirty to eat off them. So I survived by eating just dinner, and I mean, I absolutely starved. I lost weight through that, okay? I'm sorry for the background noise. I'm getting ready to head home, guys. I'm gonna read this little article real quick. I've been trying to get it out since morning, and I'm gonna take the camera off so you don't have to see me. And guys, I mean, there's so much stuff coming in. Thanks for all the comments. I mean, all the worries about me. I appreciate everyone hitting me up, asking me if I was okay. And I fell asleep real early last night, so I do apologize, guys. But my Wi-Fi was messed up because of the cable company. That's the only reason we didn't go live last night. Using my data makes it too choppy, like the one time, remember? And so I just fell asleep, hoping that at 8 o'clock the Wi-Fi would be working, and it didn't work. So I fell asleep real early, but it was good because I got to put mentally exhausted. I got to put a break to it. I needed it. We'll be live tonight. Don't miss it. 8 o'clock sharp, or in between in between 8 and 9. Just put it like that. But I'm gonna try to go right at 8 because you guys deserve it. We'll try to get at least 5 hours in the night. And much love to you guys, man. I know I'm smoking. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get rid of the cigarette right now. Okay, guys, I'm back. Get Truth or Die Line, baby. I want to start off with telling you guys that bear with me because I am on the subway and I'm on public transportation right now, so there's people around me, but hopefully you guys can hear me. Anyways, just to touch up on a couple other things before I read what this creep is allegedly done and what he's under investigation for. But let's see, the Dow I think fell around 400. So basically everything from the gain that we had, everything that's been doing good is basically gone as far as stocks. Real quick, what else did I see? Just briefly, headlines. A lot of stuff going on, guys. I've been trying to get into so much stuff, and it is just crazy how much stuff's going on. Right here, this one. I had to press pause real quick. This one, Julian reveals he's heard taped evidence in the Trump-Russia investigation, and he's saying that he got tapes of Trump talking to Russia secretively. Oh, this one. And I did read some of it. I didn't read the whole article, but Supreme Court allows transgender military ban to go into effect. Okay, so from my understanding of reading it is that they're allowing, they banned the transgenders from being in the military, and as far as I'm concerned of reading that is that they lifted the ban, and now they're allowing transgender military, which that is a big sign that a lot of this new world order thing, you see what the propaganda they push, but you also see what they push with the Kardashians. They're transgender's okay. It's okay to be gay, and it's okay to basically eventually to drink blood, to be a devil worshiper. That's what they're pushing, because all of that goes against Christianity, is my point. Now, I'm not judging you if you're gay. I'm not judging you if you're transgender. You're welcome to the channel, you know what I mean? Whatever. Well, as long as you ain't no pedophile, rapist, woman beater, or child abuser, or any type of thing like that, you're welcome to the channel. We ain't going to judge you. We're not going to judge you here. And I know these are all mainstream, right here, but I'm just trying to touch up on a few things because I got a lot of stuff. I just don't have time to read each one of these to you guys. I have a lot of stuff to go over. I'm about to make a video about the Popeye operation. It's going to prove weather modification because there's still a lot of people out here that doesn't believe that the government can control the weather. So I'm going to prove to them that they admitted it, but that's for later on. What else we got here? Usually rushing waters at Niagara Falls have froze. No, that ain't one of them. Hold on. How about fraud CNBC pushing more of the Starbucks? And you know, Lucifer is the morning star, and male goats are considered bucks. Put them two together, Starbucks. When you see a devil, picture of the devil, for all you people that don't believe in this stuff, when you see a picture of the devil, what do you see? His top half is human, but he has the horns, which go with the bottom half of him being a goat, and he has goat feet. So, and this is about them wanting to expand, and they want to expand, and they're going to deliver through the Uber Eating app. So if you order Starbucks now, it'll deliver to you. Now, quick note, you see this right here? Guys, everyone that is not a believer that has seen this, turn your phone upside down right now, or if you're on a computer screen, take a screenshot of this and flip it upside down. And when you flip it upside down, you're going to see the picture of that Starbucks logo right there. It's going to look like a monster, basically. The sides around there of the mermaid, and look up what a siren is, or look back into my videos that expose Starbucks. Those horns that are coming around the side there, those are, matter of fact, I'll do it for you right now. Okay, now just turn your phone, computer, whatever, flip it upside down. You see this is the regular Starbucks logo. Well, what I did was I cropped it, I flipped it upside down, okay? Now you see it upside down. The two red dots, those are the eyeballs. Okay, now if you look at the bottom there, that's a five-pointed star. A five-pointed star is one of the main Freemasonry logos. Devil worshippers, that's their main star, okay? A hexagram. Now, you see the dots that I put on the side of the star, those would be the teeth. Right above that, where her face was, is in the shape of a nose. I'm pretty sure that should be the nose. If not, it's the long-looking things on the side. Now, you see that on the side of the eyeballs, that is the devil horns. That's her horns. Tell me you don't see the monster there. The bottom crown is the teeth. The crown at the bottom is the teeth. Now, if you look at the bottom of the horns, tell me that don't look like goat feet. You tell me that don't look like goat feet, and then I'm crazy. If they're not goat feet, then I'm crazy. But I already know you guys see it. That looks like a monster. Now, if you turn it upside down, a regular size, that is the Starbucks logo. Okay, look into Starbucks or just watch my videos. The ingredients they put in the coffee and their food. One, it's not natural. It's not healthy for us. It's not for human consumption. And not only that, they actually was using conical beetles. I can't say the word. Conical beetles they were using to get red dye for their strawberry drink. It's all facts. You can Google it, you can look it up, or you can watch my videos of when I went in Starbucks and pulled up mad devil worship and stuff. That is solid facts of Luciferians. You can Google it, you can do your own research. These are facts. Alright, let me just point out one more thing. Do you see the square? You see the black and white checker floor? Funny that's in the picture, huh? Ain't it funny? A black and white checker floor is in the picture, and what does that signify? Freemasonry. So, you guys get what I'm saying. Let me delete this. Whoa, hold up. This just in. We must read this. Supreme Court takes up gun rights for first time in a decade. Hold up. Sorry, guys. I was going to read the little Chris Brown rape case, so let's just call that brief. Chris Brown is being held in Paris under rape charges, allegedly, but the creep probably did it. If you listen to Chris Brown, you should stop listening to him because he's a rapist, period. The Supreme Court on Tuesday agreed to hear a challenge to New York City's restriction on transporting handguns outside the city limits. It's the first time in a decade that the court has agreed to hear a case on the nature of gun rights, this time on the nature of the gun rights outside the home. Under a city law, residents who have a permit to own a handgun can take it outside the home to a city shooting range, provided the weapon is unloaded and in a locked container, but they cannot take their guns outside the city limits. Wow. Oh, man. I get what they're saying. You have to have a gun license in another state to go state to state with your gun. Now they're saying they can't even take it out the city limit. January 22nd, 2019. New York imposed a restriction after concluding that it was too difficult to determine whether someone found to have a gun in the car was taking it to a local shooting range or one elsewhere. 3 residents challenged the law. 2 of them said they wanted to take their guns to ranges outside the city, and the third wanted to take his gun back and forth to a second home in Hancock, New York. They argued that the law violated their Second Amendment rights, which it did. I believe it did. The city has presented precisely 0 empirical evidence. Miss, I'm too loud, I apologize. Just tell me. Okay, thank you. Sorry, guys. I had to make sure I wasn't being too ignorant to nobody around me. Unloaded handgun locked up into it. The city has presented. Wait a minute. Sorry. They also said the city law discourages residents from going to shooting ranges to gain proficiency. Sorry, I can't read that word. Proficiency in using their handguns. Lower courts upheld the restriction, and the city urged the Supreme Court not to take the cases and instead to let those rulings stand. New York has 7 shooting ranges providing ample facilities for those wishing to improve their skills, and anyone wealthy enough to own a second home can afford to buy a second handgun and keep it there, the city said. Since ruling in 2008 that the Constitution guarantees a right to keep a handgun at home for self-defense, the Supreme Court has declined to hear challenges to other gun laws. Well, you hear that? The Supreme Court has declined to hear challenges to other gun laws. Justices Clarence Thomas and Samuel Alito has said the court's reluctance to take other gun cases means their colleagues are treating the Second Amendment as a second-class right. Now, guys, this is the beginning of them trying to take our guns, take our gun rights. When they take our gun rights, they take our guns. Now, I get it. I know people shoot people. Guns don't do it, though. It's the person, all right? And I don't know, exactly what your beliefs are, whoever's listening to this, but let me tell you something. A lot of these mass shootings are staged. A lot of these mass shootings are, in fact, not real, okay? Look into the Las Vegas mass shooting. There are numerous witnesses that said they got shot by pellets, not bullets, pellets, okay? And I believe that was fake. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, if you don't know, and there was a mass shooting in a Jewish community, a synagogue in Squirrel Hill, and I know actual people that claim they think it was a fake shooting. Now, I have to be careful with that because I'll end up come up missing. I'm in Pittsburgh. If you don't know, a Las Vegas girl who, she was a young girl, asked Sober and Humanoid about this, he knows more, but she was only a young girl, 28 years old, and she said how it was a fake shooting, and she had, I'm not going to speak on it, but she had pretty good alleged information that the Las Vegas shooting wasn't real, and she died 3 days later after saying it on the news from what they called natural causes. At 28 years old, died from natural causes of a heart attack. So you tell me that's normal, and then you're the crazy one. But anyway, guys, don't give up your gun. If they try to ever take your guns, if they ever declare martial law and try to take your guns, bury your guns and say they were stolen. Or bury your guns right now, keep one, and say they were stolen. Because if you're a good person, You know what I mean? I'm not promoting violence. I'm not telling you to be a gangbanger. All I'm saying is you have rights to have a gun. If you're legally allowed to have a gun, keep it. Because if they declare martial law or a catastrophic event happens in the world ever, which one day it might. I don't believe it's going to happen soon, but I believe years down the line, artificial intelligence is going to take over. They already said if AI happens with these robotic machines, you know what I mean, that these robots are already in mechanical factories. And if it expands, they're going to take 40% of jobs in the United States are going to be ran by artificial intelligence. If that happens, there's going to be, you understand what's going to happen. I don't need to say it. There's going to be a lot of people that are poor. There's already people that are poor. Middle class neighborhoods are going to be poor neighborhoods, and it's going to depopulate the planet. It's going to cause people to rob, steal, and AI is the worst thing that could have happened to our planet. But anyway, I'm not one of these conspiracy theorists that's going to push fear upon and try to scare you. All I'm trying to do is wake people up to the fact that there are evil people running the world, okay? There's bankers, Rothschilds, Jesuits. They do not like our country, okay? So main thing to do is stand together, because united we stand, divided we fall. We have to stick together, think positive, and I think the more you think positive, you're going to breed positivity. You're going to breed a positive entity by thinking positive. You're going to put your thoughts into existence. So don't think negative. I'm not thinking negative. I'm just trying to wake you up. And if we stick together, we're stronger. It's more mouths to feed, I get that, but still, if we stick together, we are stronger. Also, pray, hopefully, or no, not hopefully, but you know, if you have a higher power, pray to it. If you're Christian, pray to God. Praying is powerful. Just keep praying. We got to all stick together, think positive, and I believe we will be okay. We're America, we're tough, okay? And everyone outside of America that is listening, just know that we don't hate any other countries. We have love. There's a lot of good Americans. There's a lot of good people that have no problem with Chinese people, Australians, United Kingdom, all United Nations. We ain't got a problem with you guys. We love you guys. Britain, London, all you guys. We love you. We got love. Okay, we ain't them type of people. Americans are good people. So don't believe what the government and the politicians are trying to push to make us hate each other, because we want to come together. And point blank, period. I guess I'll jump into the Chris Brown rape case, little creep. He's a creep, this Chris Brown, man. Hold on, guys. Let me get to it. Chris Brown, dude. I can't now. Let's see what this is. Kenya attack. Selfless 6 mourned and Nairobi after siege. This is old news, so I won't read it. But you know, God bless these 6 people that were God bless their souls. Pray that they go to heaven. Hopefully they were good people. Pray for the people in Nairobi. Anyone who lost family members and whatnot. Whoa, smokes. What was that? Trump's policies are slowing the nation's growth, and say economists and consumers. As the world's economic elite, you see how that opening line was? Remember, this is mainstream media. It says, as the world's economic elite gather. Switzerland for the world. Sorry, we have a lot of potholes in Pittsburgh, if you don't know. For the World Economic Forum, recent data suggests that corporate titans, as well as average Americans, could be backtracking from the ebullience that characterized and most likely helped drive economic growth last year. An annual PwC survey of more than 1,300 global CEOs found that the number who expected economic growth to decline leaped from just 5% last year to 29% this year. The drastic increase was led by sentiment of North American chief executives, whose expectations for decline rose from 3% a year ago to 28%. Consumer data from the University of Michigan released Friday also reflected a turn toward the negative. Measures of consumer sentiment views or current economic conditions and economic expectations all turn negative on a month-to-month as well as year-over-year basis. The index of consumers' expectations recorded the sharpest decline, with a 10% month-to-month decrease, and year-over-year drop nearly as large. Justin Wolfers, a professor of public policy and economics at the University of Michigan, said, "Widening gap in Americans' political leanings could be skewing soft data that measures attitudes rather than actual spending. This is a relatively recent phenomenon," he said, "one that manifested itself with President Donald Trump's election in 2016 and has largely persisted." Historically, Wolfer said, economic survey respondents tended to leave politics out of their views about money and finances. In the era of Trump, that has changed. Measures of sentiment have become incredibly polarized on politicized, he said. There's been massive disconnect between measures of sentiment and economy. Hold on. The positive impact of the Trump tax cuts a year ago has dissipated, and now sentiment is driven by the other side of the Trump economic agenda, namely trade war. Okay? Yeah. These guys, people need to wake up, said Nicholas Veron, a senior fellow at Bruegel think tank in Brussels. Maybe that's Bruegel. Bruegel, maybe. I'm sorry. I can't read some words. I get it. In the Peterson Institute for International Economics, unlike the tax cuts, this is perceived very negatively by business. The high level of policy uncertainty associated with the unconventional features of the Trump administration is no good for business investments and business sentiment more generally. The same dynamic also poses a risk to consumer spending. Despite the fact that certain key metrics that ordinarily indicate the potential for economic headwinds are present right now, consumer sentiment is likely being impacted by the stock market volatility, even among those without equity holdings, and by the turmoil in Washington over the shutdown and trade conflicts, said Martin Bailey, a senior fellow in economic studies at the Brookings Institution. The labor market remains very strong and there is little inflation, he pointed out. Some economists think the biggest risk is that the fear of the unknown could snowball and turn worry of impending economic decline into a self-fulfilling prophecy. Coming into this year, things look pretty good, said Peter Moricki, professor emeritus at the University of Maryland's Robert H. Smith School of Business. There isn't anything endemic in the economy that would point to a recession. You guys hear that? There you go. Now that is a positive statement. So everyone out there pushing fear porn and all these truther communities that are all about conspiracy theories, not conspiracies, because once again, let me point out, there's a big difference between conspiracy and conspiracy theories. Conspiracy theories are based off theories and not facts. Conspiracy is something that was a fact in a declassified information, or someone that was charged with conspiracy and felt guilty. There's a difference. Conspiracy theories are just theories. Don't go down the wormhole of a conspiracy theory, because it's not based off facts, and not only that, conspiracy theories, that just messed me all up. Sorry, I can't find that article now. There's only one sentence left, but you know what? That's a good note to end on, is that conspiracy is what they said, how there's nothing pointing to a recession. So everyone out there saying that we're about to have a recession, they're about to reset our economy, and the dollar bill is going to be nothing, and they're not going to bring food to stores and all that. Anyone who's saying that, man, that is bullshit. Don't go down it. Don't believe that. One, think positive. Two, you just got I understand it's mainstream media. I know everyone thinks mainstream is lies, but you got to understand there's a little bit of truth in every lie. And right now, it doesn't look like a recession is about to happen. So stop thinking that. If you want to prep, save water, save food, I'm not stopping. I'm not trying to mislead you and tell you, go ahead and do that. do that. Protect your family. Keep your guns. Save extra water. Save food in case something does happen. Maybe even like a bad snowstorm where you can't get to the grocery store, or a tsunami, or wherever you're at in the world, you know, earthquake, and you can't get to the store. Have it for stuff like that maybe. But don't think a recession is about to happen, because you got to remember, they lose money too if that happens. They're not going to reset the economy. And back to conspiracy and the difference between a conspiracy theory. Just know the government purposely puts out conspiracy theories as a distraction, okay? One, it's a $1 million industry. Conspiracy theories is getting them money now. Don't you see how many people are into it? Think about it. It's all over YouTube. Conspiracy theories everywhere. They make money off of it. And also, they're distracting you from the truth and what's really going on. So I'm going to wrap this up with that and point out that, you know, Trump's impeachment is higher than his approval rating. So more people now are voting for Trump to get impeached rather than not. So, I mean, who knows how true that is? I don't know. I don't see it happening. That's why Trump wants this wall so bad, because if he gets this wall, he wins the next election. I mean, everyone should know that anyway. But regardless, there's 800,000 federal employees that ain't getting paychecks, and that's the part that bothers me. These people got families. They might be a single mother with kids. Like, come on, like they need to come to an agreement here and do something. I could care less about the wall. I get it, you know, but I could care less about it, honestly. I don't know. It might affect Texas people, so I support it for Texas people, but I'm in Pennsylvania, you know. I don't know. We got Mexicans up here, too. They're not all bad people. So, do you understand how bad it is in Mexico? Look up Mexico's homicide rate. You know what I mean? They want to get away from that. Just keep that in mind. There's a lot of good families in Mexico. They just want to get away from the bad stuff. And that should tell you something, that America isn't so bad for all you anti-government people that just hate America. I mean, I'm anti-government, too, because I seen what they did to me in prison. You know, I sat in jail innocently before. That's why I'm so anti-government. And I see what they're doing, like, right now. 800 people not getting checks. Like, come on, that's messed up. But let's end it on that note, guys. Recession ain't coming. Okay, Chris Brown being held on an alleged rape charge. There's stuff going on all over the world. I'm sorry I came up missing last night. I had Wi-Fi issues. A lot of other stuff going on. I had to take care of a couple family matters with my cousin. My cousin's baby's dad was giving her problems, and I had to go over there and make sure he don't put his hands on her, because he did before, and I already had to beat him up for that before. And so now every time they argue, she calls me, and I got to go over there. Anyway, yeah, I don't support that at all. You know, don't put your hands on women. That's not cool. Anyway, I love y'all, man. Love every one of you. This is the Yinzer Squad. We're spreading all across the world. I love it. T-shirts are coming soon. Stay tuned. We'll go live stream tonight between 8 and 9 p.m. This is Get Truth or Die Line with Iggy. Much love. It's Truth or Die, baby. See you later.